at what's happening in your neck of the woods on WPTP 100.1 FM, where I am your host, Dr. Elenora Woods. And hello, happy holidays. I'm so excited today because we're always doing things and keeping you connected with what's happening in our community. And today we have a very special guest, and I am so excited that he's here. And you know what? His name just really is. I don't know if it's for real. He said his name is Peter Peter. Is that the name your mom gave you? That's the name we gave you as like a community.
Actually, my name is from my father. My father was Nigerian,
Okay.
and I have a I have a twin brother. He got the Nigerian name. My name is Peter, and in Hebrew it means rock. And
Okay.
the African name is Itia, and in the Nigerian, Itia means Rocky. So they looked at us as the next level of the foundation of the family. So our name has significant meaning.
Okay.
So
I
he
like
got
that.
Itia Peter, I got Peter Peter.
Wow.
And
Okay.
Itia and Peter are the names of the family. So they rotate as far as first name, last name within the family. My father last name was Peter, but his brother's last name is Itia.
Wow. So now y'all have the
Yeah,
history.
it's
So
history.
y'all don't have to wonder if he's something wrong with him or something like
No,
that.
ain't nothing.
No, it's all he got a long family history of why his name is Peter Peter. And it makes
Yes,
sense.
ma'am.
That's amazing.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
that's great. Well, I have Mr. Peter Peter here today because he is the president of the what is it called? The Esquire
Social
Social
Club.
Club here in Chattanooga. So welcome.
Thank you very
Welcome
much.
to our show. It's always so exciting to see our men doing things in the community and getting together. And I
Yes, ma'am.
brought him on because they are having a huge event tonight here at the Chattanooga Civic Center at Mountainside. And I was around kind of conversating with them as they're getting set up for this big event. And so I was like, hey, you all got to go on the radio. I go on at 1 o'clock to talk about what y'all are doing here tonight. And so it ran around the room. It's like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. They said, hey, he's the president.
Yeah.
Grab him. So that's why Peter Peter is here today. And I just want to say thank you for coming on our show today to let people know about Esquire
Thank you.
and what you all are doing and how the history behind it and what people can expect if they're a member of Esquire. So tell us a
Mhm.
little bit about the history of Esquire.
Esquire Social Club was founded in 1953. It was founded by black men, black business professional men. So it was made up of teachers, businessmen in the community, professionals, and it was a way of an outlet for them to come together as black men and just simply socialize and
Wow.
de-stress,
Mhm.
communicate, laugh, sit back and relax and not be judged by whatever they said or did, and it stayed within the organization.
Wow. And you know what? With what's going on around the world, we need to be able to have a place where we can just kind of woo-saw, as women say, just kind of let it go and
Exactly.
debrief, whatever, just, let our hair down. As the women that were on our show last week called Girl Just Breathe, you know, whatever it is to just keep your mental self together. And so I love that about the Esquire Club. And so now you were talking about some of the things that you do. And mainly it's just to get together and socialize and
Our
keep your mental psychic
That
together.
is our main function, and we get together monthly and just be and interact with each other and decompress and talk about what's on our minds, and as well as things that we've shared and done in the past, to and just talk. And but then we also organize various parties, events and things. We have had parties this year. We've had fish fries, just things we turn around and invite our friends and community to come and just hang out and socialize with us and just have a good time.
Yeah.
That's our main focus is
Uh,
relaxation.
well, people want to be a part of people that's somebody because it seems like when they are a member of that organization, that somebody they feel like they're somebody too.
Mhm.
And so I like the fact that you said it's a group of black men
Yes, ma'am.
who are business people, educated men. And so when I asked you earlier before we went on the air, I said, so you're a member of Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity, which is one of the divine nine,
Yes, it is.
and you're a member of this group too. So what is it so different about the divine nine that you can get with Esquire that you can't get? Not to put S, because I'm a divine nine too.
Yes.
So why is it that you felt, because that's an all male group too?
Mhm.
So what is it different about Esquire, or that you feel that you needed to do? And you told me the answer, that you really felt like maybe the divine nine not quite set up that way. So what is it that's different?
It is that thing of not necessarily having those outside pressures
Mm-hmm.
that say, "Ooh, you got to conform this way, you got to conform that way. Oh, we got to meet this deadline, we got to meet that deadline, we got to
Uh-huh.
be involved in this, we got to be involved in that. We need to give here, we need to give there."
Mm-hmm.
All of those particular organizational things that come with that Greek life organization, because you are civic minded, and
Yes.
you are 100% civic minded, and you're constantly trying to figure out ways to get into the organization and do things like that. So with
It's
us,
the pressure. It's the pressure.
it's the pressure. With us, we are the decompressing area where you can
Decompressing.
come and just say, relax. We're not going to have any stresses of you do your community work over here, you do community work over there, but over here, this is where you can come and just be yourself and relax.
I love it. And we need that
Yes.
today. People having mental breakdowns and dealing with all type of crisis in their life and feel like they have nowhere to go.
Right.
I know people end up in mental institutions, but if we had more Esquire type organizations where people could come and decompress and get things off of their mind, bounce things. It may have been a bad day at work.
Right.
Or it may be something at home you're going through with your significant other, your wife, girlfriend, or whatever. And you just need another man to bounce off what you're going through and keep you from going to hurt somebody.
That's true.
You
Because
know,
we have had those kind of discussions where we've sat down and talked about, hey, you need to do this or you need to do that, or take this perspective, take that perspective, and things of that nature. We've held those conversations before as well. And like I said, because I was for probably about 10, 15 years, one of the youngest members in the organization, I learned from those gentlemen about what they've done and incorporated that into my life with some of the things that I do currently now.
yeah, and that's what I really like is that here we have a group of older men. I call them elders in the group, but they hip now. Don't get them
Oh,
twisted
yes,
now.
they are.
They
are.
hip now.
They are. They are.
But the younger men are in the organizations with the older men. There's a respect factor.
Right.
And we talked about that too.
Yes.
I did a whole symposium on communication with the younger generation and the older generation and the disconnect and why it's so important that we learn to communicate because we're in different eras of time.
Yes.
And the eras of time dictate the behavior sometimes of the people that live in that particular era. So with the younger men in the Esquire and the older men in the Esquire, is there ever a battle? Because I know that because I have this battle with my own kids, so I know that it exists. And how do you get around that? How are you dealing with that?
Our biggest battle to date is more of technology, not technology.
There you go.
And
talk about
how to
that.
integrate the two into each other and making sure that both sides get and feel like they have received.
Yes.
And that has been the biggest thing right now. We are moving into that new age of technology and branching out a little bit more than what we have been, because we have been so localized, because and we are a local organization, but we have just really been, if you didn't know of us or ever or had anyone that associated with us, you would never know we even exist in this city and been here for since 1953.
1953. You all are 70 plus years old.
You would not have known.
And you know what? And that's one of the things in my symposium that I talked about is the benefit of the young generation to the older generation. Because like we were saying before we went on the air, the older generation is still doing tickets,
right?
Not paper. And the younger generation are doing digital stuff,
e-tickets.
e-tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And we're seeing that even with our radio station here. We are completely digital. We got a group of young men over here, and one that's maybe not so young as the other two, but we got a group of young men in here that can take the digital technology
Mm-hmm.
and run circles around some of the older radio stations. We're much smaller, but we're bigger
Mm-hmm.
in that this digital technology and this new technology is allowing us to do so much more and so much faster.
Yes.
So that's what I took from that, is that if we could communicate like that,
Mm-hmm.
where the older generation like myself, I'm on the edge though, I'm kind of young, but I'm kind of old too. But if we can accept some of the new technology that God has put on earth through the younger generation,
Mm-hmm.
and learn from the younger generation, we will be bad to the bone. Because you take that wisdom that we got, because that's something young generation don't have. Okay, because we live longer. That's the only reason why, because we've lived longer. It take that wisdom and bring some of that new technology and combine it. And the young people take our wisdom and combine it with that new technology they got. It'll be a win-win situation. And that was kind of how that whole symposium went. We've got to learn to respect each other era of time and technology and wisdom that we both have.
And I think with us, the big thing that opened that door was, as we had discussed, the pandemic, because we actually did Zoom meetings, and some of the older heads were like, okay, how in the world do you do this? How do you do that? So it was funny because they would be on the computer, and they would be on the phone talking to us, so that we could get them to be on the computer.
Right. That's it.
So,
I've done that. I've done
now
that.
They are a lot more savvy than they used to.
You all have taught them.
Right.
That, did y'all hear that? So when we listen to each other, we learn. And from my generation and my parents' generation, you didn't talk back. Even when they were wrong, you didn't talk back. You just
and I think
take a deep breath and
that's one of the good things about this organization. Even me being younger, I still have a voice. And I can,
but respectfully do it.
Yes, and I can talk back because, as we discussed, one of the members was my junior high school principal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So and coming from calling him Mr. to calling him his first name.
Right. Now that's a jump.
But it's still that respect factor.
Right.
And we could, and of course, a bunch of times we talked about my growing up.
Oh yeah.
And him seeing me and where I had come to or reached at that particular at that particular time. And it's nice to have someone share that, because I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, and we're growing together. And it was nice. And it's humbling too, to be to a point where being able to say Mr. to hey.
And you know what? And you earned that.
Yes.
You earned that. So respect is earned.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not given.
Yes.
It's earned. And when you earn that respect to call him by his first name, it's received.
Yes.
But when you don't earn it, it's like, who you calling by my first name? I'm Mr. to you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you earn that respect. A lot of things that we do, we want to just jump in there and get that respect, but it comes with earning that.
And I would definitely say I put my dues in before I actually became a member, because, as I said, my wife and I, we served as hosts and hostesses of this actual Christmas party for some years before they actually even invited me to become a member.
So they
watched me and how I interacted to the point of saying,
he's
worthy.
Yeah, he's worthy. And you know what? And that's what life really is all about. Because when you can earn the respect of your fellow man, then you're rewarded for that. And people got to put their time in. And I think that's what a lot of elders gripe about, because they feel like they put their time in
Mhm.
and they've earned the respect.
Right.
And therefore, when younger people come in, they want to just go straight to it.
Yes.
And so, and with that time that
But
you put
remember,
in, you
this is
learn
it's
too.
an instantaneous kind of world these
It
days,
is.
and
That
everybody
they
is feeling
they can
like
jump faster.
I know this.
Yeah, that's it.
I done this. I done it. And then you put them in a scenario, and they're like, "Oh, I've never
I
seen
never
or
seen that
experienced that
before.
before." Well, now get back in line,
Right.
and
Y'all heard that? We will let you go on, and
Mhm.
then we'll let you hit the brick wall.
right. And now get back over here and let
Right
me
now,
show
and
you and
listen
teach you.
to me.
Right.
Yeah, right.
And
And that's how respect is given,
Yes.
because sometimes you do have to let, like with my children, I have to let them hit the brick wall, especially after I
Yes.
tell them, okay, now that's not a snake right there, baby. I mean, that's a
Exactly.
snake right there. That's not a little bunny. I'm sorry.
Yes.
That's not a snake. No, that's a bunny. I've seen it. I know what I'm talking about. I've seen that's a bunny. Ow!
Exactly.
I told you that was a snake.
Right.
That was
Right.
not a bunny.
Yes.
So sometimes experience is the best way.
Right.
But now with Google and everything else, some of the stuff you can depend on as being accurate, some of you can't.
Right. You got to be
But-
careful.
But with technology and with the push of a button, the younger generation is able to outpace, catch up real fast, but they lack the wisdom though.
Right.
That's the experience. And so we definitely
You see the surface. You don't see what's underneath.
you don't
it.
see what's up.
And usually that thing that's underneath is that hump that you can't see that hump because it's down there, and you're like, ooh.
How'd I know that's a snake? Because I got bit 15 times.
Right.
Now I'm gonna save you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you it's a snake. If you don't listen, the snake gonna bite you. But I told you it was a snake.
Mm-hmm.
So that one time, now you don't have to get bit 15 times, because it took me 15 times to learn, dang, why is my finger hurting? Every time I put my hand right there, I come back and it hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a snake.
Mm-hmm.
The experience that I went through to learn that was a snake, you don't have to go through it. So I think the younger people can learn from elders from our experiences, and we can learn from younger people,
right,
from the technology and information, because y'all can learn stuff so much faster.
And one of the things, and I'm seeing myself now as, because when I hit 50, I was like, woohoo, because growing up as a black male, that expectation of hitting 50 was one of those things that I don't know if I will or won't make it. Right. And I mean, and it was just the way it was.
Yeah.
And once I hit it, I was kind of like, oh,
I'm here now.
I'm ready now.
Oh yeah.
So, but it's also that gap of, okay, I want to keep the knowledge and things that I've had and learn more, as well as stay relevant.
Stay relevant. That's it.
And one of the things that I have noticed from the men in this organization is they are so active, and because of they're so active, they stay vibrant, and they have that young energy to keep on learning and doing more. Because one of the members, he was in college, and I think he might have been about 70 or so, and he was the oldest person who had graduated with a bachelor's degree from where he was going to school.
Wow.
So in this organization, there's a lot of things of first, because also in this organization that I found out today, we have the person who was the first person to walk through Piney Woods Elementary, to walk through the door as the first student. Yes. And he's a member of this organization.
And he is a businessman, a very successful businessman.
Those are the things that this organization has.
Yeah, this organization I walked through, and I saw some of the members, and I've touched, them in some capacity in my life. And I thought, wow, these are some real highly esteemed men. And then I looked at you and I said, that's an alpha man right there. And I'm an alpha woman. I was like, these men right here are well-to-do, well-educated, well-rounded men, and very professional men. So to be invited to come into the Esquire in itself is a major accomplishment.
Yes.
It says a lot about you. And so I just want to thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing this organization. And so somebody said, well, I want to be a member. I know you have to be invited, but what are some of the things that you all look for when you're inviting somebody in? And I know it's usually people that you know and have known for some
Right.
time. So what are some of the things you guys look for?
One of the, I would probably say one of the best things, if you even have that mindset as a Black man wanting to be a part of the organization, is linking up and just kind of being around, asking if there's some things you may be able to do, because membership, we keep a small group. At this moment in time, our membership is 17. This is the largest that the organization has ever been since 1953.
53.
Most
Wow,
of the time,
look at the picture. Oh,
yeah.
where you found them pictures
he
from?
found us. He
Boy,
found
that, you know what? You can't do nothing with these technology
He
savvy
found it.
young folk. Look here. You done went and found all y'all history.
So
look at
that
that.
is, and it goes deeper. So those are from this year, some of the events that we held this year. And we have to, like, as you were saying, to be a part is one of the things. Reach out to one of the, if you know someone or know of someone, directly, indirectly, let them know, because one of the things that we do, we'll invite you to organizations, we'll invite you to some of the parties and events and things that we have, and we just watch to see how you interact with us.
So character
but then
is everything.
Character is the top tip part of the whole
y'all
thing.
hear that? Character is number one in this organization.
And we see how you do socially, professionally. It's the whole picture, because what organizations are you even affiliated with?
Right.
What are the things that you're doing within the community yourself? Because all of us, be it church, be it fraternities, be it other organizations as well, we are all literally giving back in some other capacity. And that is the total focus, as well as being professional in what you're doing in your work life as well.
Right. And yeah, I noticed there's a Kappa in there,
Yes.
Kappa Alpha Psi. Then there's military men.
Yeah, we have some Omegas
Mason,
in there too.
Omega Psi Phi. I mean, I saw the Black men that are in the community in this organization as I call it a Woo-Saw. We some women say Woo-Saw club.
Yes.
Coming together in a different way.
Right.
And I just want to applaud you all for coming 72 years ago, for saying we Black men, we need to be able to come together and decompress. And what that does is it keeps your family together.
Mm-hmm.
The man is the head of the house. It allows your mind to be freed so that you can be that leader that God has called you to be, because things can spiral out of control really fast and you lose control of everything, and then you can't function as a man.
Right.
So having the ability to decompress through your organization and save the family, because that's what you're doing. You're saving the family, you're saving your marriage, you're saving your children. You got, other men that are, maybe you have experienced things that you may not have experienced, that you can talk to and just chill and not be judged.
Yes.
And not have the pressure on you. This is great.
Yes.
This is really great. And so I know there are other men that are saying, well, wow, I need that. I need it. So if any Esquire man that you feel that this organization would be perfect for you and what you're looking for, then I would say link up with that individual. Start doing some things that they are doing, like the social club is having a big Christmas party tonight. It's looking good in there. I mean, I walked in there, I was like, wow, they transformed the event hall again. It's looking really good. And they got it laid out. They got a caterer in the house that's part of their organization that's hooking them up. They've got it decorated. They got their wives.
Support of our organization.
Oh, yeah. A real police, 2 police officers that are members of this Esquire organization that will be here tonight, making sure. And I want to, first of all, thank the security people, the police department, for making sure that all of our events are secure and safe. So no matter who you are, what organization is having an event here, that is a requirement, because we've never had an incident, nor do we want to try
Thank you.
to have an event without security, because that is a deterrence to crime, just
Yes.
having security. So I want to say our event hall is safe. This community is safe, and we've never had an incident. And I thank God for that.
Mhm.
But we will have security in the house, and they are members of the organization, and they come with their guns. And so, and most people are packed anyway because they got gun carrying permits. So just don't try it no way. But it's gonna be safe. It's gonna be fun. If you've been invited, because this is an invitation only event tonight.
Yes.
So we're on here today basically to talk about their organization with our president, Peter, to just let you guys know that there is a place that you can come and be a part of, or an organization that you can be a part of. If you're a black male, is it black men only?
Black men only.
Black men only. Black men only. And don't be mad about that, because black men need their place and their space.
Yes.
To woosah and to keep it together, because it's a mean world out there.
That it is.
And I applaud our men for what you all have on your shoulders and how you're handling it.
Thank you.
Because when you handle it, then we as black women in particular, we feel safe. There's nothing like feeling safe and feeling like our men can handle it and that they have an outlet, because sometimes we can get up underneath your skin too. I already know.
I ain't gonna touch that one.
I know, but I know we can go there, and you need a place where you can go and woosah and let your hair, as I say, is it your hair down, let your beard down? I don't know. Anyway,
a little bit of the hair.
A little bit of hair. If you ain't got no hair, don't worry about it. But you need a place where you can go to. And I thank you for providing that space through the Esquire Association.
I thank the gentleman from 1953 that founded it and saw the need for it. Those are the gentlemen that I thank, and that is the reason why I have stayed a part of the organization and doing my best to make sure that it gets another 50, 70, 100 more years. I want this to outlive me.
That's what I'm talking about. I love it. And so we're going to be keeping you all updated. Anytime you all have an event, whether it's here at our event hall or somewhere else, please come back.
I will.
And let us know what your event is.
I will definitely keep this in mind and reach out. We got people in here that know and can make it happen. And we'll make it happen.
Absolutely. And WPTP, I'm very proud to say that we have a very technologically savvy team of men, and maybe one day a woman, I don't know, but they are able to broadcast us live all over the world. We're being seen all over the world. Wherever there's internet, and we are locally broadcasted here on WPTP 100.1 FM radio. And we have a Facebook page that you're able to go on and look at all of our shows. We have a YouTube channel. We're on Instagram and Twitter. Wow. So we are very much socially, because of these young folks, they keep me young. They keep me relevant. And I appreciate them being a part of WPTP radio. And we're going to keep on keeping on as long as we are here, and you are coming here to keep us relevant with all the information you give us to share with the community. And so before we leave, I want to say that the American Legion post number 0291 is still collecting little bikes and big bikes for the children. They have a bike drive going on. I bought some bikes today to donate to them on behalf of Alton Park Development Corporation. And so if you have a bike, they're going to be delivering these bikes to all the kids in the community starting on the 20th of December. And I know they've got it organized in terms of how you can get on the donation list, how you can become a recipient, what do they call it? On the receiving end, if you have kids that want or need bikes, I know that you can reach out to them. Mr. Mitchell is the commander of the post 0291. And I tell you, I was trying to reach out to him today. Let me see. He did respond back. You can go out and email him at RDY, the number 2, ROL, I guess that's ready to roll, short for ready to roll, at yahoo.com, and let him know that you either have bikes or you would like to receive a bike anytime. And we are located at 701 Hooker Road. You can just come by here and drop your bikes off. If they're not here, the radio station's here all day today. Bring the bikes by or come by, let them know that you want to receive a bike. I want to give a shout out to them because they do so much in the area of giving back to children and to the veterans. And I know for sure that they are working for the veterans because we had an incident that the veteran really needed some help.
Mm-hmm.
And they were right there. This just happened last week, with mental
Mm-hmm.
illnesses, things that they were in a crisis. And they stepped right in, got with the judges, got with the district attorney office, got with all the folks they needed, and got them the mentorship and the help that they needed for that veteran. That's what it's really all about. So I want to just say shout out to American Legion Post number 0291 for all that you're doing for these veterans, for always being there for them and for the children in the community, the families in this community. We love you. Keep up the good work. And Alton Park Development Corporation have your back. And Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, we are still receiving baby goods and giving out baby goods here. They have their community suite, and we are very excited to be giving. Do you have that information, Mike, from last week? The dad of the baby that we're doing, Miss Patton. Her mother passed away. Our sorority sister passed away after having her baby, and it was related to giving birth. The baby is still alive.
I know.
And
Jasmine.
the baby, Jasmine, and the dad was on our show last week. Okay. That beautiful baby. And so, in honor of Jasmine Patton, my sorority sister, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, we are giving away free baby stuff. I mean, from diapers to wipes to bottles to just all kinds of things that babies need in her honor. And we have them here on the site. And if you have things that you want to donate, you can also bring it here. Their community suite is located here at 701 Hooker Road as well. So we just have a lot of stuff going on out here. The African American Education and Heritage Museum, we now are displaying the Civil War. And it is amazing what they have done. The military men put that together. It's in the gallery. And we have some stuff from Chickamauga, battlefield, uniform, rifles, all this stuff that was used in the war here for you all to enjoy and learn about history from the Black perspective also, because people don't know there were Black people fighting in the Civil War. And so it's a very, very awesome exhibit going on right now. And it will be on exhibit until February, which is Black History Month. And so it'll be all throughout January, all throughout February. And we want you all to come and learn some more Black history, especially as it relates to the Civil War and the impact that the Black soldiers had in the Civil War, fighting for the freedom of all men. So kudos to, like I said, American Legion Post 0291 and the go-to person for Black history. You all know him from the News Chronicle. Y'all know him. Come on, somebody give me his name. John Edwards. Yes, He is a big contributor to this exhibit, and I want to say thank you to him. He had most of the artifacts. He had most of the artifacts that's on exhibit now. So we want you all to come and partake it during the Christmas holiday break. The children are free. There's no cost for you to come in and go through the museum. Adults are $15, so we can just pay for the maintenance. And anything you want to donate, you donate it to Alton Park Development Corporation, and it's 100% tax-free. We are a 501c3 nonprofit tax-exempt organization under the federal guidelines and under the state guidelines. So whatever you give to Alton Park Development Corporation will be used for this community. And I want to thank all of you all. Is there anything else you want to say that's going on this year and next year that's coming up with Esquire?
We are in the process of putting together again as one of the pictures showed, the all-white party. Once we get the dates and times and everything, location, we will definitely be back to share with you in that regard, as well as we're going to be putting together our calendar for the year, and any other events that we have coming up that the community can be involved in with us.
I enjoyed the last all white event.
Thank you.
And I had just left a wedding and I had my wedding stuff on. So I wasn't in all white. I felt so fun. So I got in the corner. I was the only one without white clothes on. But I sat in the corner.
Oh, I remember that.
And yeah, because you were like, come on, come on. I'm like, no, everybody got all white. And I'm the only one that don't have all white. But it was a fantastic all white party event. And I enjoyed it. I will be there next time. It was so fun. It was so fun. And I just love the way you all give parties and let people let their hair down and have a good time. It was really, really
do
nice.
our best to make sure it is a safe, fun environment. And just enjoy yourself.
Yes. And I love you for it. So that's it for today. We will be hosting next week the new vice president of marketing and sales for Alton Park Development Corporation. And she has some stuff that she's going to share all the way from Birmingham, Alabama. She's going to be working with our marketing director here, which is Michael Slyman, who's here in the studio today. And it's going to be phenomenal what we're going to give back to this community and how we're going to do it to pull all our community together. I just cannot wait till next week. So you all don't miss next week. And this is the end of the show. So you know how I ended. God has been too good. He's been too good to all of us. Tomorrow is Sunday. So you got to find a church home somewhere to go to. And if you can't get there, as we were talking about earlier, social media, you can go to church from your bed. You can go to church from your kitchen. All you got to do is tap into a live stream that's going on somewhere. And just to say, thank you, Lord, and to praise his name for all the blessings that you have been bestowed from him. And I want to tell you, you're always invited to Greater Emmanuel Apostolic Church, located at 400 Tunnel Boulevard, where the pastor, Paul Warfield Jr., is our senior pastor. And you're welcome to come there anytime to worship with us. But if not, please find you somewhere to go to or go on social media, live streaming, and say, thank you, Lord, because he is good, not sometime, but all the time. Yes, he's good all the time. And until next weekend, be blessed and be at peace. Good night, good day, and I'll see you next Saturday.